Hollywood can be a place of triumph and tragedy. While some stars rise to unimaginable heights, others see their careers falter after a single misstep. And it makes you wonder, what is that moment that changes everything? What sets off that chain reaction? In today's video, we're looking at black actors whose careers took unexpected turns, and exploring the lessons we can learn from their stories. Because behind the glamour, the red carpets, and the dazzling smiles, lies a world of pressure, competition, and the ever-present glare of the spotlight. We'll delve into moments of controversy, career choices that raised eyebrows, and the personal struggles that sometimes overshadow incredible talent. Get ready to go beyond the headlines and understand the human stories behind the Hollywood facade. Now, many of you know Isaiah Washington from his role as the talented yet volatile Dr. Preston Burke on the hit medical drama, Grey's Anatomy. He was a heartthrob, captivating audiences with his on-screen romance with Dr. Christina Yang, played by the amazing Sandra Oh. But behind the scenes, a storm was brewing. During a heated argument on set, allegations surfaced that Isaiah had used a homophobic slur against another cast member. This incident sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry and beyond. The court of public opinion was swift and the backlash was intense. Isaiah apologized for his words, but the damage was done. His contract with Grey's Anatomy was not renewed, and his once promising career took a major hit. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, and yes, words have power. They have consequences. This situation sparked a nationwide conversation about workplace conduct, respect, and the responsibility that comes with having a platform. Isaiah's story became a cautionary tale, a reminder that even in the heat of the moment, our words matter. In the aftermath, Isaiah worked to rebuild his life and career. He participated in dialogues about acceptance and understanding, seeking to make amends for the hurt he caused. He went on to appear in other projects, but his career never quite reached the same heights as his Grey's Anatomy days. The impact of that one incident lingered. Isaiah's story is a reminder that forgiveness and second chances are not always guaranteed. And it begs the question, can we truly separate the art from the artist? And how do we, as a society, navigate these complex situations? Jussie Smollett. A young gifted actor, he was riding the wave of success with his role as Jamal Lyon on the groundbreaking series Empire. He was a beacon of representation, a talented singer and actor who quickly became a fan favorite. Then, in 2019, the narrative took a shocking turn. Jussie reported that he was the victim of a hate crime, a vicious attack fueled by racism and homophobia. The nation was outraged. Celebrities, politicians, everyone rallied around him, offering support and demanding justice. But as the investigation unfolded, inconsistencies emerged in Jussie's account. The police began to question his story, and what was once a story of victimhood became a tangled web of allegations and denials. The public watched, bewildered and heartbroken, as the case against Jussie's alleged attackers crumbled. He was charged with filing a false police report, and the court of public opinion, once firmly on his side, became a place of judgment and skepticism. The impact on Jussie's career was immediate and devastating. He was written off Empire, and his future in Hollywood seemed uncertain at best. This story became about so much more than one actor's alleged actions. It ignited a conversation about race, justice, and the very real consequences of false accusations. It also highlighted the responsibility we all have to discern truth from fiction, especially in our fast-paced, information-saturated world. Jussie has maintained his innocence throughout, but the shadow of this scandal continues to follow him. It's a stark reminder that in the age of social media, perception can quickly become reality, and rebuilding trust once broken is a long and arduous journey. Chapter 3. Orlando Brown, a child star's struggles. Let's talk about Orlando Brown. Many of us watched him grow up on our television screens. From his breakout role on Disney Channel's That's So Raven to his appearances on shows like Family Matters and Sister Sister, Orlando was a talented young actor with a bright future ahead of him. But behind the scenes, a different story was unfolding. Orlando struggled with personal demons, battling addiction and mental health challenges that often overshadowed his early success. His very public struggles became tabloid fodder, a cautionary tale about the pressures of child stardom. We've seen this narrative play out time and time again in Hollywood. The pressures of early fame, the constant scrutiny, and the loss of a normal childhood can take a toll on even the most resilient individuals. Orlando's story reminds us that behind the glitz and glamour, these are real people with real problems. And sometimes, the support system isn't always there to catch them when they fall. Despite his challenges, Orlando has shown glimpses of wanting to turn his life around. He's spoken openly about his struggles, seeking help and attempting to rebuild his life. His story is a reminder that addiction doesn't discriminate, and it's a disease that requires compassion, understanding, and access to resources for recovery. It's a story that's still being written, and I, for one, am rooting for him to find his way back to a place of peace, health, and fulfillment. Chapter 4. Terrence Howard, A Marvelous Exit. Terrence Howard. A name synonymous with talent, charisma, and that undeniable on-screen presence. We're talking about a man who brought the iconic James Rhodes, aka War Machine, to life in the very first Iron Man film. He was electrifying, the perfect counterpoint to Robert Downey Jr.'s Tony Stark. They had that spark, that undeniable chemistry that makes a movie sing. So it was a shock to many when Terrence was not asked to reprise his role in the subsequent Iron Man films. Rumors swirled, whispers of disagreements over pay and creative direction. It was a Hollywood mystery, one that left fans wondering what could have been. Now, I always believe there are two sides to every story. And while we may never know the full details of what went on behind closed doors, Terrence has been vocal about his experiences, sharing his perspective on the situation. He's spoken about feeling undervalued, about the disrespect he felt during negotiations, and it makes you think about the power dynamics at play, the negotiations that happen behind the scenes that we, the audience, rarely get to see. Despite the disappointment of losing such a high-profile role, Terrence continued to work steadily. He went on to star in the critically acclaimed television series Empire, showcasing his range and reminding the world of his undeniable talent. His story is a reminder that even in the face of setbacks, even when doors close, there's always the opportunity to rise above, to redefine success on your own terms. Chapter 5. Chris Tucker, The Price of Saying No. Who could forget Chris Tucker? He burst onto the scene with his infectious energy, that rapid-fire delivery, and his knack for physical comedy. He was unstoppable, a force of nature, and his role alongside Jackie Chan in the blockbuster hit Rush Hour, pure magic. They were a comedic duo for the ages, and the film's success catapulted Chris Tucker into superstardom. But then, something interesting happened. After the massive success of Rush Hour 2, Chris became more selective about his roles. He was offered a staggering sum of money, $40 million, to star in Rush Hour 3, but ultimately declined. Can you imagine that? Turning down that kind of payday? It seemed unfathomable to many. But for Chris, it was about more than just the money. He's spoken about wanting to grow as an artist, to take on roles that challenged him creatively, roles that resonated with him on a deeper level. He wasn't afraid to say no to projects, even incredibly lucrative ones, that didn't feel right to him. He understood his worth, his value, and he wasn't willing to compromise his artistic integrity for a quick buck. Now, some might say he walked away from a fortune, that he made a mistake. But Chris Tucker's story is a powerful reminder that success is not a one-size-fits-all concept. It's about defining what truly matters to you, about having the courage to follow your own path, even when it means deviating from the expected script. These stories aren't just about setbacks. They're about the challenges of fame, the weight of decisions, and the power of redemption. Many of these actors are working on comebacks or contributing in new ways, reminding us that a career stumble isn't the end. Life, like Hollywood, is full of plot twists. Some we see coming, some catch us completely off guard. But it's how we navigate those twists and turns, the choices we make, and the lessons we learn along the way, that truly shape our stories. Hollywood is unpredictable, but one thing's for sure. Every story has something to teach us. Thanks for watching, and let us know in the comments which stories stood out to you.